Welcome to the M&F Podcast. I'm Fergie.
I am Mikey.
And today we are smoking I say it's Baccarat, he says it's Baccarat, but the Barber Pole. JR Cigars, I believe it's their exclusive. You can only get it there. Could be wrong, of course. But very unique. It's got a Connecticut broadleaf and a Connecticut shade wrapper intertwined, if you can't see that, with a Mexican binder and a Honduras filler. I just wanted to have that pulled up today.
Right, it had to spark notes it.
Yeah, spark notes. Because it's got just that interesting look. And, I had to splurge a little bit and treat myself. Bought a new cutter, Calibri V cutter. Really nice. I tried it out last night. It's really worth it.
I also have a new cigar lighter, a Lotus Triple Flame. So,
I think it could melt steel.
Yeah, probably. I almost burned myself with it earlier.
I believe it. So we're gonna get a cut and a light in here.
Yes, sir. I gotta test out this bad
Butter.
boy. Like butter?
Butter. Look at that.
You better cut mine so I don't fuck it up. While he's cutting that, I would like to say, sorry for the past few weeks. We both have been very busy. More my fault than Fergie's. Bodybuilding competition.
Take note of that, please. Editor, please snip that and,
I had a bodybuilding competition that went all right for my first one. I'm not going to go into too much detail because we've already talked about them before on this a couple times.
Unless you guys want one too.
I did all right, and all I got to do is train better for the next one. It was a good experience, but the week or two before it, as well as the week after it, I believe, I was so drained of energy and stuff, and I really didn't have any motivation to edit the videos and get in recording. And now we're back, though.
We're back, baby.
And it should be good.
With a real nice V-cut.
Yeah, actually a very clean V-cut. Deep, too.
I know. You're going to like the amount of smoke you get out of these.
That is very sweet.
It's got a real sweet flavor on the cap. I think I was saying they use fruit glue, really heavy on it.
Yeah, that makes sense. All right, I guess.
But you're gonna enjoy it. I smoked up to about right here, and I had to go do other stuff, and it was good.
So we've been thinking about some topics for today's episode, and we were thinking video games.
Yeah, video games.
There's some decent
I just
ones.
finished one. He was playing one when I came over, and there's some nice ones coming out here soon.
Yeah, so it'd be really nice to kind of talk about what's coming out, what we expect of the games, and hopefully don't get a Cyberpunk 2077.
I heard they fixed all that, a lot of it.
Yeah, but they pissed off the fan base so much when it first came off. It's like...
That's fair.
We'll get into more detail in a minute.
We got a cigar to light.
Love when you get the leaves in your mouth.
Just a little bit, huh? I always try and clean them up the best I can. Doesn't work that way, though.
No. So... those dogs, I swear to God.
It's ASMR.
ASMR?
Just listen. Listen to the dogs bark in the distance. Very quaint, very peaceful.
I need to talk about how, literally our family gets the worst fucking animals. All of our animals, especially our dogs, are retarded. We've got one... mentally challenged.
Thank you.
Mentally challenged. My bad. Gotta be PC. We have a blue heeler who is blind and just stupid. We have a Texas heeler who is just stupid. We have two pugs. All pugs are dumb.
You get more than just two.
Well, technically 3, but whatever. So, video games.
I just finished Far Cry 4. It's taken me at least 2 weeks to play it.
But
then again, I have been grinding that Minecraft grind, so... That was prioritizing it a little bit.
Even though Far Cry 4 came out like 10 years ago.
Yeah.
How did you like it overall? How do you think it compares?
For my first time playing, I think it was good.
What about compared to like Far Cry 3?
So like I sent to you before, compared to Far Cry 3, Far Cry 3 I think had a much better storyline and like better missions. But Far Cry 4 just looked better and was better, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
I like the villain in 4, I think, better than 3.
Really?
A little bit.
You liked him better than Voss?
No, Voss was good, but I think, I don't know. The ending, I like the ending in 4. The ending was really good. The ending in 3 was, different.
Yeah, it was really different.
It was kind of weird with how it ended with Voss and everything, and I don't know. I think don't get me wrong, I like Voss. I like Michael Mando as Voss, but I think Pagan Min was a better villain than Voss.
He makes much more sense as a villain.
Yeah.
Than Voss does. The way I look at it is almost like what you said. I think Far Cry 3 had a better campaign and story.
Yep.
But Far Cry 4 kind of took like the open world of 3
Mm-hmm.
and improved on it drastically.
Yeah.
It had like all the same stuff and a lot of the same mechanics.
Mm-hmm.
But then they added stuff like the strongholds that you could destroy. They added more takedowns, different types of vehicles.
Mm-hmm.
They really, just improved on it.
The karma system. I really like the karma system.
The karma. I was always...
But it kind of got annoying like halfway through the game. I'm like, okay, this is kind of annoying.
Yeah, because like every 5 seconds there's a karma event going on.
Save the hostages.
No, I'm not saving the hostages.
I mean, I would do it just because, I'd do it.
I've always been really torn with karma systems in video games because some video games say they have a karma system and it matters, but 80% of the time it doesn't.
It never does.
No, like, if you have better karma, you might be able to get this weapon or like this vehicle or this skin.
Mm-hmm.
When it really doesn't do anything to the gameplay itself. Like, if you've ever... No, you haven't because you don't have PlayStation.
Mm-hmm.
In the game Infamous Second Son, there's karma in that game, but the choices you make actually matter. They're very detrimental. Like 5 or 6 times throughout the entire campaign, you get the choice to do the hero route or the infamous route, and whichever one you choose has drastic complications or drastic effects that it has in the in-game world as well as your character.
Mm-hmm.
Like if you take the good path, you'll unlock powers that subdue people and knock them out. Whereas if you take the bad karma route,
you got like murder and stuff.
Yeah, you've got these powers that are much more devastating and like much more evil and just like incinerate people. So a game like that has a lot of consequences what you choose, but you don't get that in Far Cry 4.
Okay.
It's
you're right. You're 100% right.
Yeah.
I didn't think about that. I know you were talking about 5 and how you didn't really like 5.
I guess I can't really judge 5 very much because I haven't done it to completion.
Okay.
Just like I said, my biggest problem with video games is when your character doesn't talk.
Mm-hmm.
Because for me, it feels like it ruins the illusion or the immersion. But some people say that when their character doesn't talk, it's more immersive because you can put yourself in their shoes.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't really believe that.
I don't know. When they talk, it's almost like I can relate more to them.
Right. When your character that you're playing has their own personality, it's much easier. Like, Jason in Far Cry 3, to me, is one of the best personalities that you can play as in most video games. It's really unique.
Mm-hmm.
It's like the freaking douchebag California dude that decides he's really good at killing people.
Fucking Jason. Jason Brody. You know what the definition of insanity is? Doing the exact same shit and expecting something to change.
God, when he gives you that speech and then ties a cinder block to your leg
and just throws you down.
Yeah, it's like eventually, why didn't you just like?
Why didn't you just put a bullet in my head at that point?
Yeah, why didn't?
Like you're doing the same exact thing. You're not like just killing me. You're just basically torturing me, and that's what you're gonna do. And I don't know.
No, but we were talking about a new when is Skull and Bones supposed to come out?
I think November.
So one of the most popular pirate games that's come out that a lot of people who are into video games know
Hey, you know Sea of Thieves?
is Sea of Thieves, obviously.
Sea of Thieves nuts. November 8th.
November 8th. Okay, cool. But Skull and
It's going
Bones...
to be on PlayStation, Xbox, Windows. So it's going to be
Sick.
cross-platform.
Skull and Bones seems like...
Sea of Thieves on crack.
Yeah, Sea of Thieves on crack. They kind of took the cartoon aspect out of it, made it more realistic. So, that's pretty sick.
I'm actually looking forward to that.
Yeah, me too.
Like I was saying earlier, I kind of get the, like an Assassin's Creed vibe from it.
Yeah, like Black Flag.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That exact one, yeah.
Yeah.
I hope they have, like, sea shanty music playing in it, and, like...
That would be cool.
I actually really hope so. Or, like, if you could buy, like, a crew member on your boat, like, it doesn't come stock, but you, like, recruit a guy who just plays songs and sings shanties the entire time.
Yeah, that'd be sick. Like the bards in Skyrim.
I didn't really play Skyrim.
Oh, okay. Well, in Skyrim, they only ever play, like, 3 or 4 different songs, but you can find these bards in, like, inns and saloons and stuff, and you'll give them, like, 10 gold coins, and you can choose a song for them to play. And they'll sing a song for you.
Toss a coin to your witcher.
Yeah, yeah, pretty much, yeah. Like that guy.
Oh, man. I remember that first came out. That's a big thing.
What?
The Witcher stuff.
Dude, the Witcher series is great. I
haven't watched it.
I still need to watch season 2. I haven't
watched any of them.
It's really, really good. But for the Skull and Bones, it seems like they took a lot of stuff from Sea of Thieves and they're using it, but they're also adding so much more, like the customization.
Oh yeah, the customization on boats, dude. I was impressed by that.
Yeah, not only can you, like, you know, change your color pattern and the type of wood for your boat and stuff.
Change the weapons, change, like, if it's going to be a armored boat or if it's going to be a attack boat or a cargo boat or whatever it was.
Yeah, they actually have different boats you can build for different uses in the game.
But what I like about that and not Sea of Thieves is the fact that you have to build it. You got to get the resources. You have to do all that stuff. You don't just spawn in with it, basically.
Right. That was always kind of annoying. And did they say when you play single player, is it you against the computer or is it you against other people online?
When you play single player, it's you versus basically the environment.
Oh, okay.
So I think it will have random computers on it, but I don't know. I didn't see that when I was looking earlier.
Yeah, they haven't released a whole lot. I mean, they released a lot, but they haven't.
They released the trailer, and that's really all they've released.
I don't think they really went over.
And an overview.
Yeah, I don't think they really went over, like...
They didn't really go deep into the gameplay too much.
No, like the enemies and stuff, because that was a problem with Sea of Thieves. The only enemies you go over are, like... Unless another person online is attacking you, the only computers you go against are like skeletons. Yeah. There's no
the occasional undead ship that attacks you.
Yeah, there's no like Royal Navy or anything that you have to, get away from.
You know what it almost looked like was World of Warships a little bit too. I kind of got that feeling off of it.
I never played World of Warships.
I did a little bit. It was alright.
Okay. I think I played World of Tanks when I was younger.
No, I played World of Warships.
But Skull and Bones looks like it could be promising it's going
to be. As long as you don't fuck it up. Yeah.
Yeah, that's asking a lot, dude, for certain companies.
For Ubisoft, yeah. Granted, they did make Far Cry, and Far Cry is pretty good.
Yeah. But other than that...
That's probably the only good thing they've done.
Yeah. Well, no. Assassin's Creed.
No, yeah, that too. I always forgot about that.
Yeah. But I personally was never a huge fan of Assassin's Creed.
I never played them. I do want to play Black Flag because of like the ship transportation in it. Other than that,
I did play Black Flag. Black Flag is good, but the ship like navigation stuff gets old very quick because you can spend like 85% of the game on the ship.
Yeah, and honestly, I think I would.
But yeah, it's not bad, but it can rely too much on like naval gameplay and stuff. It is a good game. I will give it that. But that and like Assassin's Creed Unity, which is arguably like the worst one they ever made.
Didn't know they had such a thing.
Yeah, it came out 8-9 years ago maybe. It was completely online. Okay. So you could play with up to 3 other friends and do heists and stuff. The game is completely dead now, but
I figured.
It's not. It was alright when it first came out. It did not age well at all.
Not like Scarface.
Yeah, not like Scarface.
So what are your thoughts on this so far?
I do like it.
I'd say it's, for what it is, it's really good. I know, this V-Cut gives a lot more smoke than we're used to.
Yeah, it does.
Compared to a normal V.
But, because my father was telling me that a lot of times when it comes to stuff like this, when you get the gimmicky cigars...
Oh, yeah.
90% of the time, they're not very good.
Yeah.
And it is actually pretty surprising.
Baccarat, whatever you want to call them, I guess they're a pretty well-known name out there. Honestly, it's the first Baccarat I've had.
Yeah, me too.
Baccarat, whatever you want to call it. And, I mean, it impressed me last night. I'm impressed to see what it ends up being.
Yeah.
When you get near the end, and I definitely want to get more of these.
Hey, man. As long as you like it, that's what matters.
Yeah.
I
mean, they're cheap little, they're like $5 a stick.
Wow.
Yeah.
Really?
I bought a 5-pack, and the 5-pack I bought was on sale. So it was like $18 for 5 of them. So it was actually like $4 a cigar.
I was actually going to say, these, when I was at Bellicosa's in Wyandotte, there was another company that was not Baccarat that had...
A couple of them make
that
them.
Had...
Like CAO makes them?
Yeah, that had these.
Yep.
And I think it was Acid, actually, that had these.
Okay.
So I don't know if these are like a new style they're trying to come out with.
Kind of, because if you think about it, if you look at it, wrapping it's going to be a lot harder than it would be a normal cigar.
Well, yeah, it's not as nice as other cigars, but...
I mean, it's going to be a quick smoke. I mean, it's hard all the way through, then you can feel once it expands.
Yeah.
But you can feel it expands pretty far.
Tastes good, though. I'm getting even burn as well, too.
Same. Like a chocolatey taste.
Yep.
And then you got that sweet cap that feeds into it.
Yeah. I
sat there last night for like 20 minutes trying to find a movie or something to watch. Just like with it in my mouth, tasting the cap, and like, that tastes good.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So I got these cigars, right? And these bad boys are not leaving their case like ever. My father got me a 10 count of the Davidoff Master Collection from 2012. So these bad boys have been aged for 10 years. And they're like a limited wrapping, and I think I have box number like 950 out of 8,000 in the world that were made.
I thought it said 296. I could have been wrong.
296, something like that. Either way, there was only like 7,000 or 8,000 of them made in the world, and I'm just like, I'm afraid to
smoke one.
You're
afraid to cut it.
Yeah, because if I fuck up this cigar, this is like a $50 cigar. If I fuck it up, I will be so pissed at myself. And of course, I'll just be...
You got a nice cutter to use now.
I'll be there, and I'll be holding the cigar, and I'll be like... And then I'll just like fuck it up, and then rip up the wrapper and get pissed off.
Also, thanks to those who give us cigar suggestions on the YouTube. I am still looking for them. I've yet to find them. And I didn't order them online. It was that punch signature I was telling you about.
Right.
That someone commented on. And still looking for it. I want to try it. If someone says it's good, it must be good.
Yeah. I
being genuine, being serious.
To stick with the topic of gaming, I told you need to watch this guy. And guys, if you're like really into Fallout stuff, because I've started getting into like a lot of Fallout lore. I don't know. Have you ever played many of the Fallout games?
I haven't played any. I played like the Fallout tablet game for a little bit.
Oh, yeah, the Fallout Shelter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I played it for like a week and then I stopped.
Well, this guy does gaming of all sorts, but he specialized on Fallout for the longest time. He did walkthroughs, lore videos, and his name is Oxhorn, and he's also a cigar aficionado. And if you watch a lot of his streams, I was actually watching his 600th stream yesterday that he had, or something like that.
Wow.
And in his stream, I don't even know what game he was playing, but he was enjoying the game, cracking jokes, and smoking a stogie, dude. This guy's all class, and I really enjoyed watching the guy. And his videos on Fallout are awesome.
Maybe for your gaming channel, that's what you should do.
I need to do that. I actually, when I edit this tomorrow, I'm probably gonna start the Star Wars thing.
Mm-hmm.
But the problem is I think what I'm gonna do is, because there's a couple different channels on YouTube, and they do what are called retrospectives, where they get like Black Ops 1 retrospective, and they talk about it for half hour, 40 minutes, and dissect the entire game, what they thought of it, was it really good looking, in retrospect, what could they have done better, have they improved on it, stuff like that. And I figured I could do that with a bunch of Star Wars games, and maybe eventually go into Fallout and give my own view on the games, and if I really think they're good, because there's every opinion's different,
Exactly.
And that's the beautiful thing about that stuff. It's not fact or anything, so people can't really hate me for stating anything. It's just, they're gonna hate regardless.
Your opinion.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Oh.
This is only gonna be a short podcast.
Yeah, it's gonna be a short podcast today.
Yeah.
I don't know. We might stick with these shorter podcasts unless we have like a long topic. But if we have a long topic, we might do like part one and part two maybe.
Right.
No, we're still trying to figure out what we want to do, how we want to structure everything, and that's the thought we've been having. Besides me and you, and everyone we've talked to, all the polls we've done, says the random conversations is what they prefer. Just kind of something to sit there while you're doing homework or when you're driving in the car, just something to listen to, just two guys talking. Maybe we have a guest on, which we want to. We like having guests on. It's fun.
Yeah, it'd be nice if maybe eventually we could get big enough to have guys like that Oxhorn guy on.
Oh, is that YouTube guy?
I was just telling you about. So, we could find another person who's like a YouTuber who enjoys cigars or something to come and bullshit for 20 minutes or a half hour, But
we talked to a little bit, some topics. With the weather, it's fall now, which we were excited for because outside cigars get even better.
Yeah, we could actually probably do some outside podcasts.
Yeah.
Don't know how we're going to set that up, but
we would struggle with the lights, I think, unless I was to set my truck up on us.
Yeah, maybe. We'll figure it out.
Yeah, we'll do something, but of course, with fall coming up, we want to talk more about paranormal, kind of fall activities.
Right.
More stuff like that.
Maybe some events going on in Michigan that people could visit.
Yeah, so events, just random stuff like that. So that was one thought that we've had. We thought about doing more kind of broad, so it's that two guys talking the random bullshit topic, but we both go, we buy a cigar, we get the same cigar, cut it, light it, do the dry puff, go through the entire pre-light ritual that some guys do. It all depends.
Right.
I do. It depends on the day, depends on my feeling, the cigar, all that stuff. But a cigar review, an entire cigar review podcast, or maybe we do a food review, or
who says we
have drink review, or whatever. 50 different things all in one podcast. What else would you want?
Yeah, who says we have to stick to one certain thing?
Yeah.
Because the problem with the YouTube algorithm is they started cracking down on people for example, Screwface John.
Don't know who that is.
He's a rapper. I think he's in Seattle or something like that. Either way, he has really cool videos where he reacts to stuff, but then he has also other stuff where it's just his music, or he only reacts to anime rappers, or he only reacts to real rappers. or not real rappers because they're all rappers, but you know what I mean. But the problem is because he wasn't sticking to just a review and then music and then like a reaction and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
The YouTube algorithm wasn't throwing his shit out like it was supposed to because
Okay.
it wasn't sensing that it's sticking to one thing.
Okay.
So as long as we stick it as a podcast, which is what it's always going to be,
Mm-hmm.
you know, we shouldn't have a problem with the algorithm in the future.
Fair point.
It'd be different if we were going, you know, podcast, and then the next one was going to be like, we're going to go outside and record ourselves shooting guns. Like,
Yeah.
you know, the YouTube algorithm.
That'd be a podcast / a blog, kind of.
Yeah, right. And the YouTube algorithm would look at that and be like, well, that doesn't belong in the podcast, and we won't get nearly as many views.
Mm-hmm.
So, for some reason, I think they changed their algorithm. They're cracking down on it.
They're playing more ads, you know.
Yeah.
Normal. It's bullshit.
Eventually, we'll have to get Raid Shadow Legends to sponsor us.
Where's the can? Oh, I love that joke. I love that joke. I think you get rid of the can.
Oh, you got rid of the Raid can?
I think you got rid of the Raid can.
Fuck.
Oh.
I enjoy this, though. Yeah, I think I actually wouldn't mind getting another one.
Yeah, I definitely want to get... I got 2 left in my box, and I definitely want to get more.
You're going to let those bad boys age for a bit?
No, those are getting smoked.
They're getting smoked?
They're getting smoked. They're too good to let age.
Yeah. I've got a pappy right there in my humidor for my dad tonight.
Okay.
Yesterday was my father's birthday, and today is my mother and my father's anniversary. So
That's one way to not forget an anniversary.
Yeah, no shit. If you forget that, you're in trouble.
Yeah, but I definitely, for you guys, don't do like what I did. For those cigar smokers out there, and wait. Get you a nice V cutter, a nice straight cutter, whatever it is. Get you a nice cutter. It did me good. I love that little cutter. I still have it. I'm still going to probably use it occasionally. But definitely, if you like a V cut, this Calibri cutter, I mean, you can say from what you've had today.
Yeah, that cut is pretty much damn near perfect.
It's the best cut I've had. I mean, this sucker, it's out of the box sharp. It comes with a 2-year warranty. I mean, as long as you do the basic maintenance and don't, abuse it, don't tumble it in a rock tumbler or whatever, it should last you forever, honestly.
Yeah, no shit.
I mean, I know someone from that cigar lounge we went to who's had it for like 5 years, I think she said, at least.
Was that Tiana? Or?
Yeah, I think that was her name.
Yeah. She was a nice lady.
Yeah, she's had it for, I think, 5 years, she was telling me. I mean...
Alright.
If you can find it on sale, I paid, I think, $40. Normally it's $50.
I mean, same thing with a good lighter. I mean,
yeah.
The thing that does suck, though, is because this stuff's technically more leisure, you will pay a fairly pretty penny. I mean, this Lotus lighter that doesn't even have a cutter in it is, I think it was $45, $50, something like that.
Now, of course, if you don't want to pay that much, all my Zippos I've bought off of eBay.
Buy it off of Zippo because sometimes they do deals.
Okay. But I always get mine off eBay. I can always get them cheaper than I could on Zippo at the times.
Right.
And I mean, I bought all my cases. I bought this insert separately, and I mean, Zippo's got a lifetime warranty on them. If anything goes wrong, they'll fix it. You send it back, and
so do a lot of these lighters. This lighter, I think, only has a year warranty on it, but the one I had before, the
Vertigo?
Yeah, the Vertigo has a lifetime warranty.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's not really a lifetime, it's like 20 years, but it's lifetime for the most part. So, like, no matter what happens to it, even though it's like a $50, $60 lighter, no matter what happens to it,
they'll fix it.
You'll get it. He said most of the time they give you a new one.
Mm-hmm.
So,
that's always nice.
But I enjoy this. We're back after a couple of weeks. We didn't just totally throw the podcast away.
No, we would have told you if we were.
Yeah.
Maybe.
We are going to start posting a lot more on the Instagram. A lot more.
Yeah, we're going to try to. Try to do some promotion. Well, not promotions, but advertisements on it.
Advertisements. I'm going to actually look at some paid promotion stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So, because my Instagram's eligible for that. Has been for a while. I've just been putting it off because I'm not consistent with how much content I put out on my Instagram. So, like, I don't know if, like, I don't know what the requirements are for, like, revenue on Instagram. Whereas, like, do you have to have a certain amount of posts per day? do they want you to advertise stuff for them? So I got to look into all that.
Yeah. Free shit, maybe.
That would be sick.
That would be nice, eh?
Get a nice Cohiba or Monte Cristo like LED thing in the back, like neon lights.
I know JR Cigars was having a giveaway to where it was nice leather chairs. It was basically a Monte Cristo package. It had 2 leather chairs, 2 ashtrays, but the ashtrays, it was a sword, and the what's the part, the hilt?
The sheath?
No. You got the handle, then the blade, the part in the middle.
The hilt.
The hilt.
No,
yeah.
not the hilt. That's
basically
the handle is the hilt. But
basically, how the old Spaniard swords were, how they had that nice scoop-looking section between the handle and the blade.
Yeah.
Basically, that was your ashtray, and it stood like right next to you, and they were pretty cool. It was a nice thing. I think they got rid of it now.
It was probably close to like $20,000 in
I think it was $20,000
in like total of stuff, because they also have like a mini fridge they were also giving away.
Oh yeah, they're giving away a humidor. I think like a wine cooler. A lot of different stuff. I think.
Yeah.
Was in it. I think there was a TV with it. I don't know. Basically, it was a cigar lounge man cave package.
So Monte Cristo, sponsor us.
Monte Cristo Platinums.
Yes.
Actually, really good cigars. Recommend.
Very, very good cigars. One of the OGs, man.
Yeah. What are we at?
I think we're at about 30.
Yeah. You think you wanna end it up with a what we think?
Sounds good. For $8.
Less than that.
That is very good.
Yeah.
It tastes great to me. Honestly, it's as smooth as a Connecticut.
Mm-hmm.
To me.
I mean, they're Connecticut wrappers.
Well, yeah, but it's a Connecticut wrapper mixed with a what?
They're actually both. One's a Connecticut shade and one's a... let me look it up. I believe I said in the beginning, it was a... Give me a second. It was a Connecticut broadleaf. Which I believe that's what a normal Connecticut is. So I believe that dark one's that Connecticut shade. I could be wrong.
Either way, it is very good for how cheap it is.
Oh, very sweet with the cap. Very chocolatey, very smooth, mellow. I mean...
Yeah, I think I would definitely...
It's very enjoyable.
I think I would definitely recommend to try this one. It's Baccarat 1871 Dos Faraniente.
Basically, just look up Baccarat Barber Pole cigar, and you'll find it.
It looks like it's also called The Game, is the type of cigar.
Mm-hmm.
So...
Handmade. Very nice. Nice V-cut. Like I said, recommend everything. Would definitely... I am going to smoke this again. I am going to get more again.
It is very good. And maybe... in a couple weeks, we can bust out one of the Master Collection Davidoffs.
Oh, easy there.
Yeah, baby.
Don't jump that gun, man. You're going to make me nervous.
All right, so, yep, we're going to be putting out more content on the Instagram. Make sure you click on the links to our Instagram as well as our Spotify.
If you don't want to watch us.
Yeah,
Spotify.
if you don't want to watch us, you can also just check out what we're doing on Instagram when we post our cigars as well as just what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
Spotify, if you don't want to look at our ugly mugs.
His ugly mug. I'm Fergalicious.
Fair. You can just hear us if you want to hear our amazing voices. So, you got anything else to add to that?
Don, thank you guys for watching, listening, whatever you're doing, and until next time, smoke on.
See you guys. Smoke on.